Yeah, Jasmine was last seen leaving her apartment here with her 7-month-old baby and her ex. Now, court records say they were on their way to get a paternity test done. And from there, the details get very gruesome, and Jasmine's mom is trying to hold it together.
Honest to God, I thought I would die before all my kids. I never thought I would feel this. Ever.
Tanya Smith is shattered. She and her daughter Jasmine had just begun to enjoy an even closer bond when Jasmine gave birth to a daughter of her own.
Jasmine had Ariel, and God brought us right back right where we were supposed to be. And she's the center of all of that.
Now all of that's changed.
Antoine Trayvon Ware.
Court records say Jasmine's ex, Antoine Ware, was in a car with Jasmine Tuesday night. He beat her up and then dumped her in a field.
Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a deeply unsettling and haunting story that has left an entire community in shock and grief. This is the tale of Jasmine Dunbar, a young mother whose life was filled with promise and hope until one fateful night changed everything. Have you ever wondered what could push someone over the edge? What kind of hidden darkness might drive an individual to commit the unthinkable? Jasmine's story is a chilling example of how quickly things can spiral out of control, leading to tragic and irreversible consequences. This case is not just about a single act of violence, but a series of eerie events that culminated in a nightmarish outcome. It begins with a seemingly ordinary evening and descends into a horror that no one could have predicted. What malevolent forces lie beneath the surface of our everyday lives, waiting to emerge? What can drive someone to commit such extreme acts of cruelty? As we delve into this harrowing tale, we will explore the sinister details and ominous signs that were overlooked. How does a routine outing turn into a life-shattering tragedy? What hidden tensions and unresolved conflicts simmer beneath the surface, waiting to explode? In this video, we'll piece together the events that led up to that fateful night, revealing the dark and disturbing elements that culminated in an unimaginable crime. We'll look at the eerie coincidences, the escalating dread, and the final horrific act that left a community reeling. Join us as we uncover the layers of this tragic story, step by step, to understand how a promising young life was ripped away. This is a story that will make you question how well you truly know the people around you and remind you of the fragile line between love and violence. Stay tuned as we unravel the mystery and horror of Jasmine Dunbar's untimely demise.
Documents say that after he abandoned Jasmine's baby girl on the side of the road, he went back to where he dumped Jasmine and set her body on fire.
How scared she must have been. Like, she had to be like scared out of her mind, thinking, you got my daughter.
Tanya calls the suspect a coward.
Why would you go back? To kill her? What? For what? Because she asked you to take a DNA test?
Now the family is pulling together to surround Jasmine's baby with lots of love.
I know that her life is going to be fine because our family has pulled together for her. But I'm thinking, like, I'm going to have to tell her this one day, you know? And that scares me to death.
Antoine Ware faces charges of homicide, kidnapping, and child abuse.
Jasmine Dunbar's story is a haunting reminder of how quickly life can turn from joy to unspeakable horror. A vibrant 21-year-old mom from Phoenix, Arizona, Jasmine was finding her stride in life. Friends and family described her as someone who loved life, always laughing, always caring. She had just given birth to her beautiful daughter, Ariel, 7 months earlier, a new chapter that brought her and her mother, Tanya, closer than ever. Jasmine was a young woman with dreams and ambitions. A promoter at various nightclubs around the valley, her social circle admired her work ethic and her ability to bring people together. She was known for her bright smile and the way she could light up a room. Life seemed to be falling into place for her as she embraced motherhood and strengthened her bond with her family. However, beneath this happy surface, tension simmered with her ex-boyfriend, Antoine. The two had a tumultuous relationship, marred by disputes and unresolved issues. The situation came to a head on a seemingly ordinary Tuesday night when Jasmine and Antoine set off together with their baby to get a paternity test. What should have been a routine appointment turned into a night of unimaginable horror. As they drove, a heated argument erupted between Jasmine and Antoine. The confrontation quickly escalated into physical violence. Antoine, driven by a dark rage, brutally beat Jasmine. He then dumped her battered body in a remote field, leaving her to die alone and helpless. But the nightmare didn't end there. Antoine, showing a level of cruelty that defies comprehension, abandoned baby Ariel on the side of the road, leaving her alone and defenseless in the dark. The image of a 7-month-old baby, left to fend for herself on a cold, deserted road, is a stark testament to the depths of Antoine's depravity. As the hours passed, Antoine returned to where he had left Jasmine. In an act of unspeakable brutality, he set her body on fire using a cigarette. The sight of Jasmine's charred remains is a horrifying reminder of the violence she endured in her final moments.
A 21-year-old Valley mom is missing, and her tiny baby girl is found abandoned by the side of the road. The search is on tonight to find Jasmine Rain Dunbar.
It's our big story tonight on 12 News at 5. Team 12's Charlie Edsity spoke with Jasmine's mom, who is desperate to find her daughter. Charlie?
Well, we're standing right next to a park off of 87th Avenue in Minnesota. That's just a little bit south of Camelback. And this is where, according to police, the baby of this missing woman was found tossed on the side of the road. And tonight, the mother of the missing woman is asking anybody with information to come forward and talk to police.
Where is my daughter? What is wrong? Where is my daughter? Where is my daughter? Because she wouldn't leave her baby, so where is she?
A tearful plea for answers and the safe return of 21-year-old Jasmine Dunbar, coming from her worried mom, Tanya.
If you had a child and your child was missing, wouldn't you want somebody to come and tell you about where your child is at?
News of Jasmine's murder spread quickly, leaving her friends and family in a state of shock and disbelief. Tanya, Jasmine's mother, was devastated. She had always believed that she would die before any of her children. The pain of losing her daughter in such a brutal manner was unimaginable. Tanya grappled with the horror Jasmine must have felt in her final moments, a fear and despair that no mother should have to endure.
April, thank you. We continue to follow this breaking news into our newsroom here in the 9 o'clock hour. We're getting our first look at the man accused of murdering his ex-girlfriend who went missing on Tuesday.
This is a really sad story just developing throughout the morning. Cameron Riddle is live near the 4th Avenue jail. Cameron.
Hey, good morning. Unfortunately, police have told us that they have found the body of that missing woman, Jasmine Dunbar. Her body has been located. It was so last night in the area of 107th Avenue and Camelback. You'll remember our reports from yesterday on this woman who has been missing for at least 2 days now. It was on Tuesday night that someone called 911 saying they found a 7-month-old baby in the car seat on the side of the road. Police had then connected that baby back to its family.
Friends and co-workers of Jasmine gathered to honor her memory, walking to the spot where her body was found. They carried balloons, lit candles, and shared stories of Jasmine's infectious spirit. Jasmine's love for life was evident in the way she was remembered. Her favorite color, purple, became a symbol of her vibrant personality and the joy she brought into the lives of those around her.
Jasmine loved purple. She was a star.
She was the life of the party. Jasmine's ex-boyfriend, Antoine Ware, admits to lighting her body on fire with a cigarette and watching it burn. Court documents reveal Jasmine went with him to take a paternity test, but he left her for dead before abandoning her 7-month-old baby at a separate location.
She kept her life very private. 1, 2, 3.
Her loved ones now grieving her loss and doing what they can to support her baby girl left without her mom.
Her daughter's gonna need all of us if you know, it's gonna take a village to raise her.
Now we're told that little girl is with her grandmother tonight. As for the 20-year-old suspect, he's behind bars at Lower Buckeye Jail. We're live in Phoenix. Antonia Mejia, 12 News.
Despite the overwhelming sorrow, Jasmine's loved ones vowed to ensure that Ariel would be surrounded by love and support. They banded together, knowing it would take a community to help Ariel grow up without her mother. Fundraisers were set up to cover funeral costs and to provide for Ariel's future a small beacon of hope amid the darkness of their grief. Antoine, the man responsible for this nightmare, faced charges of homicide, kidnapping, and child abuse. His actions were detailed in court documents, painting a picture of a man consumed by rage. He admitted to beating Jasmine, abandoning her baby, and then returning to set Jasmine's body on fire. The sheer brutality of his actions shocked the community and left a lasting scar on those who knew Jasmine.
Court paperwork explains 20-year-old Antoine Ware and his 21-year-old ex-girlfriend Jasmine Dunbar met up Tuesday night so he could take a paternity test. But Jasmine never returned. Today, Ware appeared in court.
Antoine Trayvon Ware, date of birth.
In
06,
graphic
12,
and disturbing
1997.
detail, he admitted to police that he got into a fight with Jasmine, beat her up, dumped her in a field, and then drove a few miles away to abandon her baby in this neighborhood. Detectives say he returned to where he left Jasmine, poured gasoline on her body, set her on fire with a cigarette, and watched her burn. Gail Gavani lives near 107th Avenue in Camelback when police made the gruesome discovery.
And so I came out here, and all the police officers were coming from everywhere. They came from this way, that way, everywhere, and they all drove to that one area. It's really sad. It's really sad, and yeah, it's too close to home.
Tonight, Ware sits in the Maricopa County Jail on a $1 million bond. He faces several charges, including kidnapping and child abuse.
Jasmine's family is asking for privacy tonight. I'm told they do have her baby girl, and she's doing okay.
Jasmine's friends and family tried to make sense of the senseless. They organized vigils and memorials, determined to remember Jasmine for the person she was, rather than the horrific manner of her death. Her best friend, Jamie, had planned to celebrate her birthday with Jasmine. Instead, she found herself mourning, wearing a shirt with Jasmine's picture on it. The weight of Jasmine's absence was felt deeply by all who knew her.
Right now, tears and an outpouring of emotion for Jasmine Dunbar, a Valley mom at the center of a search that has now ended in tragedy. Tonight, Phoenix police think a burned body found in the West Valley is the missing mom, and court records are revealing the haunting way Dunbar lost her life and a possible motive. Team 12's Bianca Bono joins us live from Phoenix with the developing details. Bianca?
Yeah, Caribe friends lighting candles here near 51st Avenue and Thomas for Jasmine Dunbar. This is where she lived and the last place anyone saw her alive.
Jasmine was a beautiful spirit.
This isn't how Jamie Jackson wanted to spend her birthday. She planned to celebrate with her best friend, Jasmine. Instead, she's wearing a shirt with her friend's picture on it.
That was my baby. She's the youngest of all of us. We just got our apartment. We were going to have her move in.
Those plans taking a tragic turn.
The police investigation revealed more chilling details. Jasmine had been last seen with Antoine, and when questioned, he initially cooperated with the authorities. However, it soon became clear that he was hiding something far more sinister. The evidence pointed to a premeditated act of violence, driven by a twisted sense of rage and control. As the case unfolded, the community's horror grew. Antoine's callousness in abandoning baby Ariel on the side of the road was particularly disturbing. The image of the tiny, helpless baby left alone in the dark was a stark contrast to the love and care Jasmine had always shown her daughter.
And Jasmine's mother, we talked with her yesterday, who says she was last seen with her ex-boyfriend, Antoine Ware. Police had told us yesterday that, yes, he was the last person who was with her, and they had found him yesterday morning and had a conversation. He came down here to the 4th Avenue jail to answer some questions. From there, he was cooperating with police. They then tell us that in the late hours of yesterday, they recovered Jasmine's body. It was badly burned. We have not gone to that location yet, but we do have the Penguin Air and Plumbing news chopper headed to the scene, and we'll be headed there shortly as well. So, unfortunately, 21-year-old Jasmine Dunbar's body has been ID'd by police as the missing woman who's been gone since Tuesday. The baby is with the family, and Antoine Ware, her ex-boyfriend, is being charged with several counts, at least, if I can just remember what we have here: first-degree murder, 1 count of kidnapping, 1 count of abandonment of a body, and 1 count of child abuse. He is here now in the Maricopa County Jail. That's the latest this morning. I'm Cameron Riddle for Arizona's Family.
In the aftermath, Jasmine's family struggled to cope with their loss. Tanya had to grapple with the reality of raising Ariel without her daughter. The thought of one day explaining to Ariel what happened to her mother was a source of deep anguish. Yet, amid the grief, there was also a sense of resilience. Jasmine's family and friends were determined to keep her memory alive and to provide Ariel with a loving, supportive environment.
Jasmine Dunbar, just 21 years old, brutally murdered. Police say her ex-boyfriend, Antoine Ware, beat her up and ditched her body, then abandoned Jasmine's infant daughter before going back to Jasmine's body and lighting it on fire. Court documents say Ware was planning to take a paternity test the night of her murder.
I wish she was here for her child. Like, you know, she won't be able to see her child's first birthday or that first prom date. And that's the stuff right there that me as a father, it eats me up.
The horrific details taking a back seat at a candlelit vigil. Her friends instead focusing on Jasmine's life.
She just was really a sweet person. Like, she really cared about everybody. Like, she was just a really good-hearted person.
She loved life, you know what I'm saying? She just loved life. She was always laughing. She was always happy.
Friends shedding tears, coming together outside Jasmine's apartment, vowing to live their lives to the fullest, just like Jasmine did.
We gotta live for Jazz. She gotta live through us.
And friends and family have set up a much larger vigil that'll be open to the community. That's taking place tomorrow night at 6:30 at 107th Avenue and Camelback, the place where Jasmine's body was found. They've also set up a GoFundMe page to help with funeral costs and also to help raise the daughter she leaves behind. We're live in Phoenix. Bianca Bono, 12 News at 10.
Jasmine Dunbar's story is a tragic tale of love turned to violence, of a young life ended too soon. It's a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing every moment. As her loved ones continue to mourn, they also celebrate the joy and love Jasmine brought into their lives, ensuring that her spirit lives on through her daughter and the community that loved her so dearly. The brutality of Jasmine's murder left an indelible mark on her community. The sheer senselessness of the violence, the cold-hearted abandonment of her baby, and the gruesome way her life was ended all contributed to a collective sense of shock and mourning. Jasmine's life was full of promise and joy, but it was snuffed out in a moment of unimaginable cruelty. Her story serves as a haunting reminder of the need for vigilance and the importance of protecting those we love. The case drew significant media attention, with reporters covering every harrowing detail. The public was captivated and horrified by the story, and it became a focal point for discussions on domestic violence and the safety of women. The chilling details of Jasmine's final moments underscored the terrifying reality that such violence can strike unexpectedly, turning an ordinary evening into a night of horror.
The woman's picture is now plastered across a missing persons poster as her family holds out hope she is okay.
I don't want to think like that, but they have not found her.
And according to police, this woman was last seen leaving a home in this area off of 51st Avenue and Thomas, and that was around 9 o'clock last night. And since then, she has not been seen or heard from.
Police say Jasmine was with her baby and also a man her mother says her daughter knew. About an hour later, the child was found alone in a car seat, dumped at a park about 6 miles away, along with Jasmine's backpack, wallet, and one of her shoes. The baby was not harmed.
On the side of a street? No. Jasmine will bring Ariel. If Jasmine wants to go somewhere or do something, I keep Ariel.
The circumstances of why the woman disappeared is still unknown. The man last seen with Jasmine is cooperating with police, and tonight Jasmine's mother is demanding more answers.
I have a whole bunch of concerns about he was the last person with my daughter. Where is my daughter at? Be honest, where's my daughter at? What happened to my daughter? Why is she not with her baby? Why is her baby on the side of the street?
And again, if you have any information about the whereabouts of Jasmine, you are urged to contact the Phoenix Police Department. We're live from Phoenix, Charlie Edsity, 12 News.
As the legal proceedings against Antoine moved forward, the community watched closely, hoping for justice for Jasmine. The courtroom became a place where the full weight of Antoine's actions was laid bare. The testimonies and evidence presented painted a stark picture of a man capable of extraordinary cruelty. The trial was not just about seeking punishment for Antoine. It was also about honoring Jasmine's memory and ensuring that her death would not be in vain. In the months that followed, Jasmine's family and friends worked tirelessly to keep her memory alive. They established memorials and organized events to celebrate her life and to support Ariel. These efforts were not just about mourning the loss, but also about creating a legacy of love and resilience. Ariel, despite losing her mother, would grow up surrounded by a community that cared deeply for her, a testament to Jasmine's enduring impact. The emotional toll on Jasmine's family was immense. Tanya, in particular, faced the daunting task task of raising Ariel and dealing with the profound grief of losing her daughter, the community rallied around them, offering support and solidarity. It was a poignant reminder of the strength that can be found in collective mourning and the importance of coming together in the face of tragedy.
An emotional last goodbye for a 21-year-old mom brutally murdered. Police say Jasmine Dunbar's ex-boyfriend lit her on fire, killing her. Tonight, friends are revealing more details on her life and who she was. Team 12's Antonia Mejia joins us live with what we're learning tonight. Antonia?
Caribbean police are still searching for a motive behind the murder. And as they do that, friends are telling us that Jasmine was a promoter at various nightclubs around the valley. Every step and every balloon is for Jasmine Dunbar. The 21-year-old's friends and co-workers walking to the spot where police found her body.
I don't know if my heart can brace seeing that.
107th Avenue and Camelback.
This is very sentimental to us to be here. Like it took a lot out of us to really be here.
A brief prayer, lighting candles, and moments full of emotions. But Jasmine's friends still remember her in the best way.
Jasmine's story also sparked conversations about the broader issues of domestic violence and the need for better support systems for victims. Advocacy groups highlighted her case as an example of why more resources and protections are necessary. It became a catalyst for change, with local organizations pushing for increased awareness and prevention measures to ensure that no other family would have to endure such a loss. In the end, Jasmine Dunbar's life, though tragically cut short, had a profound impact on those who knew her and even those who learned of her story from afar. Her legacy is one of love, resilience, and a community's unwavering commitment to remembering and honoring her. The pain of her loss remains, but through Ariel and the collective efforts to keep her memory alive, Jasmine's spirit endures. Her story is a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the depths of human cruelty. The sheer horror of her final moments, the monstrous acts of her killer, and the agony faced by her family serve as a chilling narrative of the darkest sides of human nature. Jasmine's light was brutally extinguished, but the memory of the terror she faced continues to haunt the community, a somber testament to the evil that lurks within. The community remains scarred by the brutality of Jasmine's murder, a wound that time may never fully heal. Each vigil, each memorial serves as a grim reminder of the nightmarish reality that unfolded that fateful night. Jasmine's story is one that chills the spine, a relentless echo of the screams that were silenced and the life that was mercilessly taken. In the heart of Phoenix, the shadow of her tragedy looms large, a perpetual reminder of the darkness that can invade even the brightest lives. So, what are your thoughts on Jasmine's story? Should Antoine face the death penalty? What do you think led him to murder? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, everyone, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.